Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and you are watching day 213 of 300 days of drawing. We got another piping hot cloud drawing for you, just a bunch of cloud sketches, really. And then hopefully some good comes from it. We'll see. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin today's live art stream. Hello, and welcome. I hope you're doing well today. So, what we're going to be doing is just doing some clouds, and we're going to be kind of just doing some quick cloud drawings and just having a little bit of fun. All right. So, I'm going to be moving this little guy right here. Press the timer here, time lapse, and this is day 213 of 300 days of drawing, which means I'm basically going to be doing 100 cloud drawings. There we go. All right. So now what I typically do is I'm just going to basically do a bunch of interesting curvilinear forms and see what happens, right? Getting really abstract with it. Can really make these globular blob forms that are going to be the basis, except for this one. They're going to be the basis for my clouds, right? So I just like to do, hey, how are you doing? Just like to do these simple little globular forms, or at least that's what I've been doing lately with these, is doing these globular-like forms to kind of make my clouds. And maybe I'm going to do something a little bit different with this one. Pretend that this is something else here. And then maybe do another one right here. There you go. I can even do one right here. I don't know. Now let's go to this right here. We're just going to kind of zoom in, and I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. You know, I can't complain at all, really. Sometimes I think when I do these cloud drawings, I'm thinking like I'm making these like scrubbing bubbles. Like I'm doing like a scrubbing bubbles type of drawing where I'm just drawing like these little bubble forms here. And that's essentially what I'm kind of doing at really that's what it is me making like these bubble like forms here. And then kind of elaborating on them. Yeah, no complaints. Just trying to maintain a consistent like drawing habit, and my scheduling has been really chaotic. I haven't been as good with working on my schedule as I'd like to be. Normally I'm pretty good about it. Normally I'm like extra vigilant. Um, but lately there has been like just haven't been getting up early enough to kind of play around with my calendar, and I think everything else is kind of suffering because of that. And it's just been really hard. I think part of it has to do, actually, I don't think, I know part of it. Part of it has to do is I used to wake up at like 4 in the morning, and I just stopped. I'm like, you know what? I'm exhausted all the time, and I just want to not have to wake up at 4 in the morning because I'm getting some benefit out of it, but I'm not getting a lot of benefit out of it. Like I'm real when I get up at 4 in the morning, I get a lot of things done. Yeah, I get a lot of things done, but it's just I'm just too like throughout the rest of the day, I'm just pounding coffee like it's going out of style because I'm not getting the sleep that I want. So I just been kind of keeping it very casual with how I'm organizing my day. As long as I get my drawing in and do some of the things that I want accomplished throughout the day, I'm happy. Uh, I'm not I'm not necessarily getting ahead, which is what I was doing when I was getting up at 4 in the morning. And I'm starting to kind of say, you know what, I might need to get up at 5 because I can probably get up at 5. I might start getting up at 5. I don't know. I'm always testing that that area of like I'm always testing like that area of uncomfortableness or like uneasiness. So I'm always doing like those things where I kind of just wake up early, a little bit more early than I'm used to, and keep putting my foot in the water in hopes that like doing that eventually it will take. Like eventually that habit will take, and it just hasn't. I mean, I've gone on bouts where I've done it for 6 months, uh, and it just never takes. It's just like my lifestyle is too. It's not conducive to wake up at 4 in the morning. I can't go to bed at midnight and wake up at 4 in the morning. It's just like, well, why you go to bed at midnight? Well, like that's things are out of my own control. Like that's when I'll be getting out of work, you know. Some days I'll get out of work at midnight. Some days I won't get out of work at midnight. Sometimes I'll get out of work much earlier. But I can't have like this seesaw effect where I am constantly getting up getting 4 hours of sleep, and some days I'm getting 8 hours of sleep. I just can't do that. It's just I'd rather get a consistent like 7 hours rather than get like 4 hours one night and then like 10 hours the next. My body just can't adapt to that. It's just like my body's saying like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Just stop. You need to stop that." So I don't know. Maybe I might go back to getting up at 5. I've been getting up at 6 o'clock kind of um to kind of like what would you call it? To still get some stuff done, but I'm not getting like a lot done. I'm getting like little bitty irrelevant things done, or the things that I want to get done, I'm getting done, but like at a snail speed. So like I'll spend like 10 minutes on a project that I need to do. Like one of these projects I've been trying to do for the past month has been organizing all my computer files, and I've gotten a lot of it done. I've got about halfway done, but I got gigs and gigs of files that I need to review and delete or move around. And so that's what I've been kind of doing is slowly weeding through those forms of through all my files. I think I need to. And so that's what I've been trying to do, and that's like one of many things I've been trying to do. But I was finding that it's difficult. It's a very challenging thing. It's just very challenging for me. It's been kind of like a seesaw. I've been just kind of juggling between um, doing getting up early or getting up a little later, and I'm just trying to find that perfect medium, like area, like that perfect time frame where I can go to bed and say, you know what, this is the best of both worlds. I'm getting enough sleep, but I'm able to get up and do the things that I need to get done. I need about 2 hours of free time in the morning to do all the things that I've been trying to do. And that's one of the reasons why I got up at 4 in the morning. I didn't get up at 4 in the morning because I was like, this is the secret. This is the best thing in the world. No, I got up at 4 in the morning so I could do all my other things. Thankfully, I'm able to sneak by and do like sketches like this for 30 minutes at a time. Um, but yeah, it's a very challenging thing, and I haven't found Yeah, I haven't found a like a a solution, you know. And I hope you're doing well today. What brings you here today? What brings you to this live stream? What is the main reason why you come and watch this? Is it's clearly not the drawing. The drawing's not that great. The drawing's I think the drawing okay, I'll give it this. I'm decent at drawing when I have like 500 hours. Maybe it's a good pastime. Maybe I say some truths that resonate to people. I think there's some truth that resonates to some people from time to time. I do say things that have some at least I think they have some value. I don't know. Whenever they're coherent, sometimes they're like, what is this person saying? He's he's just making no sense. He's just saying all this like random stuff. I just wish I had more time. I know I say that. I was I was telling some friend from my work, and he was like, "Hey, have you seen this thing that I was talking about? Like this video that this YouTube video?" I was like, I just haven't." It's like, "Why? Why haven't you?" I was like, "I don't have time." It's like and he didn't get it. Like I was trying to outline him like generally what I do throughout the day. I usually know what I'm going to be doing that day, and some days it's kind of like frustrating knowing that you're going to be gone or doing a thing all day long or doing all these things, and you're not going to get like you're getting some stuff done, but you're not getting like some of these significant things that you need done throughout the day. You're getting some of those things done, but you're not getting all those significant things. You're just kind of getting like you're just kind of I like to call it like treading water. Like you're just treading water, you know and that's what it feels like some days where I'm just kind of just treading water. And yes, I'm managing to stay afloat, but I'm not really getting anywhere, or at least I don't think I am. I think the only thing that amounts to me getting somewhere is these live streams where I'm doing a live stream every day. But like as far as like doing a lot of significant things that I need to do, like I have a list of things that I need to do. It's like right here on the table actually. And I'm just like trying like I stare at it like when am I going to find the time to do you? And that's where that editing my computer files is like I need to get that done because it's getting like unmanageable, or it was unmanageable, but I decided to try to organize it, you know? Yeah, it's very challenging. A lot of this is very challenging. I think we all deal with this uh type of issue. Like then again, some people don't, some people don't. Like I'll ask people what they're gonna do for the day, and they don't even know, they don't have any clue. Like they know they're gonna go to work, you know, or they know they're gonna do this, but some people just don't know what they're gonna do throughout the day. And I try to set time throughout the day to do things or to accomplish certain things. And some days, you can get more done. I vastly overestimate how much time things are going to take. I don't know. Let's see here. So I don't really have anything to explain regarding these clouds at the moment. I'm just kind of fiddling around and having a little bit of fun and just kind of just experimenting and hoping that I improve in some way or another when I do these drawings over and over again. And to some extent, I think I have improved with regards to like the just variety of clouds that I'm making. but in another respect, they're not really moving forward much in the way that I'd like them to. Um, and I'm hoping just by doing these over and over again that I improve on them slightly. I don't know when I'm going to stop doing the pencil drawings. I just want to kind of get used to playing around with this. I don't know when I'm going to be like happy or like content on moving forward to like color studies. But right now I'm having fun kind of playing around with like these like modified thought bubbles. That's what they feel like to me. They're like modified thought bubbles, really. And so I'm having fun with it, and I can't complain. Um, and just having fun with it. And that's one thing that we, as artists, and in general, like with like a lot of things, like a lot of us don't find enjoyment out of things that we do some days. And sometimes you gotta dial it back and dial back the challenge level and get it to a point where it's kind of fun and enjoyable. I'm not saying I'm having like an 8 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 fun level on this, but the fact that it's not causing me like anxiety of sorts or like stressing me out, that's a good thing. I want to build up like that baseline. I've been talking about that a lot lately. I really do appreciate that, and I'm glad that you stopped by and put in your 2 cents. It's really nice to see people that are kind of just popping by in and out, and it makes it more worthwhile. You know, it it makes things that is another thing. Like imagine I don't know. It just makes it more enjoyable knowing that someone's getting some value out of it. Um, some people just like watching other people do art. They find it fascinating, you know. And then some people like hearing what they have to say. Some people, sometimes I don't know. I don't watch a lot of artists draw, although I have like a ton on cue. Like I literally have, I like start some and then I just don't have time. I hate saying that I don't have time, but like to really to spend to watch other artists draw, and if you're an artist yourself, you need to spend a little. You actually have to have some free time, and I don't have as much free time as I like. Like this 30 minutes, this is like my free time. This is my free time. This is where I spend my 30 minutes of free time. It's actually more like an hour because it takes a little bit of time to set up the live stream. But this is where um, I kind of cash my free time at. Um, sometimes I'll watch other people draw, but it's like it's only during like when I eat lunch or dinner. Actually, not even dinner. It's like lunch or breakfast. Um, during times where I have available free time and am not doing anything. So usually that's like when I'm eating. I hate like I know it's like one of those things that you don't want that used to be like frowned upon back in the day, like 20, 30 years ago. If you watch television while you're eating, that was like a frowned upon thing. It's like, come on, you're not spending time with your family and so forth. Because that was the time when you spent with your family. If you're spending your time watching something while you're eating, that was considered like a faux pas. It was like frowned upon. But now, when I watch, there's so many educational videos out there that I think it's almost to a bad thing if I don't cash in some of that time where I'm eating and there's essentially usually just silence, you know, and I cash some of that time in to watch someone else draw, and I think there's value in that to watching other people draw, um, especially if the other people are much better than you or have a different lens than you're looking through. So I've been watching a lot of other artists draw clouds, not because they're necessarily better than me, although many of them are, but because they have a different lens. So they're seeing seeing things differently than you are. And it's good to have various perspectives in art, and seeing how people construct and render their objects, and how they're thinking. It's always good to think, to see that kind of stuff, and to learn from it. So it's all I've been doing that a lot lately, and I think that's gonna transfer over in my clouds in the future. Maybe not in this batch or other batches, but if I watch enough of it and I watch enough of other people do various type of styles of clouds, I can see how that's going to translate in how I'm executing my future clouds. You know, already I kind of take some of the things that I've been hearing to heart. Like obviously, some of the things I've been doing are some of the ideas from other artists, which was kind of like where I drew these shapes behind, and I used the shapes as a structure for how my clouds are going to be drawn on top. You know, some of the other things, some of the other ideas were some of the other ideas that I stumbled upon from other artists. I was already thinking before or prior to. I was thinking like, well, it's kind of like clouds are kind of like just like bubbles, kind of glued together. You know, that's what they feel like. They're just like a bunch of bubbles kind of glued together into a giant form. And so that's where I came up to the idea or the notion of kind of varying the size of your outside contour line. So that's what I already was kind of that was the conclusion I was kind of arriving to anyways, but it was nice to see other artists kind of bring that idea to the forefront and kind of validate the idea, the process, the thought that I was kind of already thinking anyways, you know? So they're kind of like verifying a process that I was going to strategize, implement in the first place. Um, so it's always good to kind of look at other artists. And you got when you're with whatever endeavor that you're pursuing, it's always good to kind of check your ego, because I know like it sucks having artists that are way, way younger than you who are much better than you. Um, they have a few things going for them that you probably don't have. Like me personally, they have a massive amount of free time. Usually, when you're younger, you don't have responsibilities or as many responsibilities, so you have a massive amount of free time. Another thing that they have that you don't have, or you didn't have, or I didn't have, was YouTube providing basically free education. Like you didn't have artists uh, basically giving free videos. You had to pay for that kind of stuff. You had to go in artist magazines, and artist magazines you buy like a video showing you certain techniques and strategies, or you had Bob Ross on like Channel 9, you know. So those techniques were kind of hidden, you know, and so there's just things that weren't there that are available to us. There's like Skillshare is a new thing to have like professionals in the field kind of uh, give their expertise for a really affordable price. I haven't used Skillshare, but maybe in the future I'll be repped by them. Maybe they're like, "Who's this guy who's been doing live streams for the past year and a half, and he has like one follower? Uh, and why does he only have this many followers? He should have like 100,000 followers because we need to hire him to do a Skillshare video or do like a Skillshare bump." You know, because uh yeah, so that's a very lucrative or very informative thing that wasn't available. Like to pay 9.99 a month or something like that to basically be able to learn techniques from masters and have input from them at a really affordable rate. That was not there. Like that type of thing happened via phone calls. Like you had to do phone conferences and you got like one-on-one input and so forth. But now you're able to do that type of stuff online. So it's amazing. So all I'm doing is just basically just shading these clouds. I don't really have any attachment to them. I'm just kind of shading them and trying different things within the confines of each one. Or if they're not different, they're definitely just kind of a bit like either a micro improvement or a slight improvement from the previous one. Or at least I like to say that. Maybe I like to think that each time I do a cloud, it's at least a little bit better than the previous one. And if I think the other way, which a lot of artists typically do, which is kind of think the negative pathway where they think all their artwork sucks, I'm going to get disenchanted. I'm going to get frustrated and not pleased with the outcome. So that's why I typically try not to look at my art through the lens of like, oh, it's bad. Um, that lens is not going to be productive. It's not going to help you, and it's going to make you angry. You don't want to be angry. In general, it's just being angry is not a good thing to be in. So I try not to be judgmental about my work. As of lately, I used to be when I was younger because I was like when you're younger and you're a teenager or something like that. You're like bursting with hormones and you're like, oh, I'm so angry and I don't know why. Um, but I used to be more temperamental and judgmental of my work because I'd see other people, other artists, other students, or other kids that are younger than me or at my age and are much better. And I'm like, why are you so good? And like, I draw all the time. I'm like, I draw all the time too. And I'm like, I don't know then. You just suck. I'm like, well, that's not very helpful, sir. Um, so I try not to be judgmental, even though my first few bouts of these cloud drawings, I was a little bit judgmental because I had a notion in my head that I was going to be decent at them. I was going to be above average at them, or at least be able to do some of the ideas that I had in mind. And it turns out that was not the case. I was a noob in many respects, and I needed to be a little bit more humble and so forth. My initial goal was to be able to do a cloud, like an actual a cloud drawing each day, and have it as an actual piece. But I think I had to accept that that wasn't going to be the case, and now I'm just going to kind of do a bunch of sketches for a while, and then I'll probably eventually move towards doing work that is more finished. That might be about halfway when I feel more comfortable um, doing these. And I'm getting to that level. I'm getting more comfortable at doing them. Uh, and that's fine. Yeah, so this one's kind of nice. I like this one. This one reminds this has got like a happy, this one, I feel like this one should have a happy face on it. It's like I'm a happy cloud. That one feels like it should have a happy face. Every cloud's happy, unless they're like a stormy cloud, then they're grumpy. And this right here brings me joy. Oops. It brings me joy. Just a little bit. It makes me a little bit happy to have that happen. So we only have a few minutes, I only have like 30 seconds really. And that's it for the day. What I might do is what I've been doing lately has been doing like 5 to 8 drawings in one in like in these live streams, or 5 to 8 like days on one actual page. So that like there's like it becomes like this giant like sketch page, and so that's what I've been doing lately. So what I might do is I'll probably continue these last few next live stream. But I'm gonna put like we're just going to draw in what day it is. What day? There you go. What day is it? And we're gonna zoom in right here. I'm going to put in like P21 day 213 out of 300. So that's it. That's it for the day. Very simple stuff. Just 300 days. Nope, day 213. At like doing this has been a very rewarding and humbling experience. It's been a challenge. There's been many days that I've done these in a very late, and being a parent has made it quite difficult from time to time. But I've been getting better at managing my time, and that's all that I can do. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoy watching this live art stream. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. If you aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, please and thank you. I must get going because it's Monday and I got to work this evening. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Cheers. Thank you for the conversation, by the way.